everyone, it's Lindsay from My Crafty Plans. Welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, welcome. Today I'm going to be planning and getting all ready for the week of February 3rd through February 9th. So it is currently Monday morning and I'm ready to get all set up for this week. I have these really pretty stickers from Simply Gilded. It's just 2 pages from the kit. For some reason, the other 2 pages were in gold and these are in rose gold, but I wanted some rose gold. I've also pulled out just some other random stickers, some Clever Gal Craft stuff. Again, just trying to use up more of the things that I have in my collection. So we'll be pulling in some of the pinks and teals from these stickers. We've got some laptops, these boxes from Miss and Meow, which are so cute. So we're just kind of gonna play with it, make it work. I've also got some Simply Gilded washies and then a bunch of other stickers off to the side, some foil stuff, some non-foil stuff. So I'm just really excited to dive in and have like a very stickery spread this week. I am gonna pull my planner out, but before we get to stickering, the first thing we actually need to do is set weekly actions for the week. I also have open my calendar on my iPad, my Google Calendar, so that I can see the week at the same time while I'm planning, and then also my Notion, like my pending list on Notion, just open that off on the phone. I just wanted to mention that I've got both of those things that I'm working on, and I'm gonna dive in with my weekly actions, and I'm actually gonna start down in the family and relationships category. We are leaving on vacation on the 12th. So this is like the last full week before vacation. I've got a lot of work stuff going on and there's a lot of kid stuff going on. So I just want to make sure I kind of get all my thoughts out. Okay, so I did also just set my goals pretty recently, so I feel like I'm pretty set in them if you notice me not flipping quite as much, but I will just kind of check in on things. We have some stuff due for school that I need to handle this week, and then we have set up these new reading trackers and homework trackers for my 2 oldest kids. That was on my goals for February. This video is already up if you haven't seen it. So I just need to take care of those things as well. I'm gonna go up to the fun and recreation category next, and maybe just like do a birthday brainstorm. And especially for my 2 daughters who, my son, we have like a little bit more time, but my 2 daughters are really early in March, so and maybe just pick some dates for that. And then I don't really need to do anything for my upcoming trip, but if I get time, this is definitely going to be like a if I can. All right, and then this weekend is the Super Bowl. We actually have like a lot of plans already this weekend, so I'm not going to put down that I need to plan out the weekend. Again, we do just have a lot of plans, but it is the Super Bowl and we are really big Eagles fans in this house, so go Birds and all of that. That's it for the fun and recreation category. Finances. This might be an invoicing week, but it might not, but I do want to set up the new tracker. And then if it is an invoices this week, we can take care of that. I may even actually do some of that today. I think I'm gonna have like a pretty big computer admin day today after I finish my work stuff, like just try and tackle a bunch of stuff. Okay, in the home stuff, we did a ton for the living room this weekend. I'm feeling so good, but probably just like keep browsing for inspiration for the living room. We're in the middle of this like living room makeover. I can probably and I want to like look at frames and maybe do a photo order. Even if I don't know like exactly what I want, I can just like refresh things. Okay, I'd like to work on the home calendar, but again, this is another one where I'm not sure I'm gonna get to it this week. It kind of just depends. I don't know, I might, but this is definitely gonna be a week where I have priorities and then stuff that I'd like to get to if I have time. Actually, we can even put like, we're gonna put like stars in this stuff that's not necessarily urgent for this week. Okay, so then I'm gonna just do both of these categories real quick together. There's not gonna be anything except for like habits in those categories, or semi-habits, whatever. So in For health and wellness, we're gonna have bedtime, walking. We'll try for 3. If I only get 2, that'll be okay. And then skincare. And in this category, we're gonna do journaling and just like a productivity check. And actually we can just go ahead and put on the habits, because I think I have all of them. So first will be, honestly, I like never really do one without the other, right? They like happen at the same time in the same place. So yeah, we'll just kind of do that. Okay, and then I'm trying to do the ones that are everyday things first. Productivity. Oh, I spelled that so wrong. Okay, so use the kids' trackers. These are things for them to track, so it's not going in my planner, but I want to make sure I remind them to use them. And then we've got walking. I'll just start from opposite ends and then keep going. And then the last one that I wanted to do, oh, I just had it. I just had another one that I wanted, but now I can't remember what it was. So I'm gonna do some coloring and hopefully I remember. Okay, so the everyday ones I'm just gonna highlight. And then the ones that have like a specific amount of times, I'm just gonna put a dot next to them for the number of times. Oh, I remembered. So I'm going to try and just edit for 15 minutes per day and see if that helps me work with this backlog of editing. So I'm going to just put that one right here. It's a little editing power appointment. Okay. Then, okay, for work, it's not going to make sense for me to like list out the various tasks that I have to do for related to like my project in here. So I'm just going to put in like project work. I have other spaces to plan out what I actually need to do for work, and like this is not enough space for a project plan, obviously. But that is, you know, we're trying to mix up, and then that's actually what I'm gonna write. So just like mix up work and other things. I really want to try and make it so that I'm like not just having a day where it's all work stuff and not have a day where I do no work stuff. So yeah, like that. And then last in the personal category, use planners, but I'm not even gonna put, no, I guess what? Oh, let me see how much space I have. Okay, so editing. I have already a lot of things that I'd like to prioritize above like the routine documentation. So I don't think I'm gonna put the routine documentation on for this week. I've already been working on we've got channel stuff going on. So I am gonna put just like the content plan here. I've already was working on a bunch of it for yesterday, which I'm gonna kind of sneak and include in this week. So this is already like started. So just kind of finish that out. Had a really, really nice and productive Sunday. And like I said, we did a lot of home stuff in the living room and I'm just really happy. And also now my TikTok feed is like all interior design. All right, meal planning is done. I do actually need to look at something on the meal plan, but it is mostly done. And then just gonna use planners and the Notion and all of the things every day. So those are my weekly actions for the week. So I can actually even just put planners down here. And all right. All right, next up, what I'm gonna do is actually lay down somewhat of a decorative base and do my weekly to-do list. And I'm actually gonna speed you through that. And then we will dive back in with some plans for Monday. is what I've got going on so far. I went a little bit lighter with the weekly to-do list. I have some other things on my Notion like that are smaller, but I didn't want to just like, I don't know. It seemed redundant to list them all out with how heavily I've been using the Notion list lately. So I kind of have like the big picture stuff over here and like a lot more of the details over there. So let's jump in for Monday. I'm up early to write, and then I am right now having some planner time. And then after this, I am going to do my work for the day, the rest of my work. And I'm gonna have some work time. And I'll probably just work until lunch. Have a lot of computer admin time. And just really try and dive into as much of the things on my list as humanly possible there. And then after that, I've got so many pink icons, and since I'm using such a pink kit, I thought I would just break out the color icons this week. Most from White Deer Stationery, but some from Miss and Meow as well. Then what I want to do is actually specifically at like 3 p.m. be done with work and admin and all that stuff and do some walking. That'll give me enough time to get in like a decent walk before my son gets home from school. The Mondays are like kind of a unique day because I get some one-on-one time with my son because his sisters both have activities on Mondays and he doesn't. So I'm gonna do some reading time with him. We already did a little this morning, but we can do reading time. And then we have to do the pickups. I thought I had a car, but I don't see. Oh, you know what? I probably do in this. I also have pink icons from Hello Petite Paper. And then there is a Laurel Denise call tonight. I don't know. It's a little bit earlier than it usually is, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to join it. But I'm at least going to remind myself because I'll watch the replay like as soon as I can because I really, really want to see the new Laurel Denise line, like the new planners. So stay tuned for that. And I think this is the undated line, which I'm a huge fan of the Laurel Denise undated line, and I am using one for my content planner this year. But I don't think that they're going to be making the exact planner that I'm currently using, so I probably need to pick something else for next time, so we'll see. All right, and then that's kind of it for the day. Not that I have like literally any more space. I'm gonna go back to back washi. I just pulled like a bunch of random stuff. Some of this I think is from the kit that this came with, but some of it is definitely not. And this floral isn't the exact one. It looked fairly similar, like close enough that I'm using, but the floral that matches the sticker kit is actually in gold foil as well. Like I said, I don't know why some of these sheets were in rose gold and some of them weren't, but I wanted the rose gold. And then tonight we're having burgers. I have the whole week planned out, actually through Friday, which is more unusual for me, but I realized later we bought stuff to make pasta bake and then I didn't put that on the meal planning calendar, and we have like a giant thing of ricotta, so I'm gonna shuffle things a little with the meal plan when I go downstairs before I fill out the rest of the week because something is getting swapped for a pasta bake. Anyway, so I'll fill that back in later. I think I'm gonna do the same thing I did for Monday for Tuesday and like kind of block out the day, and then I can kind of come back after Tuesday and block in some more things. Okay, so on Tuesday, oh, and actually I have like a couple of things that need to go on the calendar. So we're gonna do kind of a time blocking type week here. All right, so on Tuesday, I would actually like, you know what, I think I am gonna put the pasta bake tomorrow, but I wanna do a little bit of lunch prep in the morning and maybe dinner prep if I do put the pots to bake tomorrow, and then also start laundry, which obviously doesn't go with that icon, but it's kind of the same thing. So I'm going to do that. I just don't really feel like doing laundry today, and I already can tell that I need to do it. So I will save it for tomorrow. Then after that, after the kids are at school, actually, you know what? I'm going to put in a reminder too, because my daughter gets home pretty late from her activity on Monday. We might not have, you know, she might not be like able to do homework stuff. So make sure we get homework time in the morning. All right. And then the kids are going to be at school. So I'm going to divide. Those are the things that I want to handle before they're at school. And then also I'll work on the finances then too. So that will be kind of my pre-lunch activity, which again will be computer time. And then I think after lunch, I will walk again. Try and get 2 days in a row to start the week. And then I'm not sure, I'll leave space for something else, and I can actually use a flag to leave that space for whatever will come in the afternoon. And then Tuesdays, I don't know if this like actually works or not, but usually on Tuesdays, I try and finish up like a little bit early and give myself like a little extra free time, because Tuesday afternoons are like my personal worst, having to drive the kids. I actually really Tuesday and Wednesday, but Tuesday the worst. There's so much driving and shuffling the kids of the activities, and it always just feels so intense. I hate driving. I just feel like Tuesday is so nonstop. Wednesdays is inconvenient. It's not like a good, unfortunately, it's not like a good schedule. The Tuesday schedule is like designed so perfectly. I don't know how I did it. Like the flow is like completely nonstop in the way that means like I don't have any spare time in the schedule. It's like pick up my son from school, drop him at golf, go pick up the little one from preschool, go back and pick him up from golf, then go pick up my oldest daughter from her activity. And it's like perfectly timed to the minute. There is not a second to lose, just enough wiggle room for traffic. But as a consequence of that, I'm like in the car for more than an hour, but it is like perfectly timed. Wednesday, there's like too much space in between the drop-offs and pickups, and that is annoying in a different way. But yeah, anyway, that is... 2 days are just kind of like the most annoying days. So we'll probably just, I don't know what I'm going to do Tuesday night, but we'll have a nice, relaxing evening. All right, then what I want to do for the other days is put in some, do I even want to? I want to put in like a couple of things. Okay. So on Wednesday, we're going to have whatever we have in the morning, but then like first thing after post the kids not being in the house anymore, I have a work call. I accidentally put an extra L, so we'll turn that into an exclamation. So this is like our project planning call. I'll do the kids' activities and all of that stuff later. That is booked. Okay, then Thursday, it is cleaning people day. And then I'm gonna use this little gym bag sticker because I want something different than the sneaker to indicate that. But I'm gonna go to spin class, which I've not booked yet, but I can book soon. So that'll be my first week back. Because I did miss last week because I wasn't feeling well. Thursdays are takeout night, so I will just leave that down there. I don't know what we're gonna order, obviously, because very much a decide last minute thing. But how cute are these piano stickers? Oh my gosh, I'm so obsessed with these. We do have piano. I'm gonna leave some space here. I'm worried like if I don't know. It's I may end up having to move some things around, but this is gonna be piano. Then Friday, I know literally nothing, so we will see how the week goes. On Saturday, my son has a birthday party. in the afternoon. I'm actually going to use one of these for that. So I'll use that. I won't need all of that space. I was just like, well, I use that for whatever we do in the morning, but I will actually use this. And again, this is a Simply Gilded sticker, so I am gonna need, oh, I feel like that's too many really light color things right next to each other. Yeah, I'm gonna move it down here, and I'm gonna put a darker, little bit of washi. The green, there we go. I think we should have something in our giving pile already for presents, which I like during the Black Friday / holiday shopping season. I try and buy like enough birthday presents for all of the kids to kind of last the year. Not like cousins and like close friends will shop for specifically, but like just general kids in the class. It's coming from a pile of Legos. Mostly Legos, honestly. I really like giving Lego sets as a birthday present. All right, so that's that. Sunday we have all of our usual activities, but I'm not gonna put that in now. I will work on that later in the week when I feel like it, and I think about the Super Bowl. I am gonna stop things there for today and get on with my day, get back to work and all of those other things. And I will be back hopefully either Wednesday morning or Tuesday evening. And we will plan out the rest of my Wednesday, probably Thursday, and maybe even Friday as well. So we'll see, and I will be right back. All right, it's Wednesday, it's around lunchtime, and I need to hustle. I just have a couple minutes, but I do wanna just check in and do this. I did not walk on Monday. I did walk yesterday. The admin stuff just ended up taking a lot longer than I thought it was going to. Well, not really. I mean, I just didn't leave enough time to walk. I was trying to finish something and I did finish it, but then I didn't have enough time to walk. And then I did walk on Wednesday though. No, I'm going to walk on Wednesday. I did walk on Tuesday. I went on a Wayfair shopping spree yesterday, which is good. We're looking for living room furniture, so it wasn't like unnecessary purchases or anything like that. I just like, I found these end tables that I really liked, and then I was like not 100% sure about the color or the size, and then I was just like, you know what? If you don't like them, you can return them. Like, instead of like looking at the same 3 sets of tables again and again and again, and not finding anything else, just kind of figure it out. Anyway, we had the pasta bake last night. It was really good. It was actually, honestly, I think one of the best pasta bakes I've ever made. Probably because we only had like really expensive fancy tomato sauce, and I like Rayo's, and I wouldn't usually use that in a pasta bake, but it was all we had, so I used it, and it was so good, like just like so much better than when you, yeah, anyway. I will use that to like eat if you're like really focusing on the sauce, but when you're mixing it with the cheese and everything, you know, it's like a good time to kind of use up like those cans and things like that. But anyway, this was absolutely delicious. Wednesday this morning, honestly, I just like don't even remember what we did. I'm not gonna stress about it. We had like a nice regular morning. Oh, actually, you know what I have been doing? I'm still like ongoing. I have been like washing my makeup brushes. I got like a little machine that spins them round and round. The sponges are so disgusting. I've had to like run them through like 4 times. Yeah, anyway, but I did it, or I am doing it. Everything is done except for my like largest sponge, which is still disgusting. So we're working on it, and that will feel good to be done. I definitely need to do that more regularly. I had a work call, and then I went like right into working. And then I actually need to go and pick up my daughter from preschool. So I'll hang with her and probably try and do some stuff around the house in the afternoon, and also walk. Fortunately, I got a lot of work done this morning, so we're all good. I am going to try and walk though. I want the books. And then the other thing that I actually we want to make sure that I do. Yesterday it was so nice not having to make dinner. after doing all of that driving, and so I want to try and prep some of the dinner stuff before I do like my driving for the afternoon, which my driving for the afternoon will now be less because I have to do half of it right now. So that is my Wednesday. Thursday, we're gonna go to spin, have a nice morning, and then I am going to work. And I don't really know what else in the afternoon. Mostly just gonna prioritize work stuff, so I'm just gonna leave that blank for right now. And then if anything else comes up, oh, the other thing that happened on Tuesday is our garage broke on Monday, and then on Tuesday somebody was able to come and fix it. So that was the other thing that took up time on Tuesday. I totally forgot about that. But I did still walk on Tuesday. I just kind of walked at a weird time. I walked later, and then while the kids were like I walked before dinner while the kids were watching TV, like after homework was stuff and done, because I didn't have to prep anything for dinner. I did go to bed kind of late last night. Not very late, but like around like 10:15, 10:30. But I have had very productive days. Even today, we've used the kids' trackers, and actually we've already done it today because we did it in the morning. I have walked one time, have not journaled. I did do editing today and yesterday. Monday and Tuesday. I haven't finished my 15 minutes for today yet because that's what I was working on, but I didn't get to finish it. All right, so this is done. This is done. Invoice is not done. I need to do that. Frames, no, this. Check gifts. All right, so I have a couple of to-dos left, but mostly I've made really good progress, but I did just want to plan the day and check in with my to-do list. I'll be back tomorrow, I think, to finish filling out the week, and we've already got some weekend plans and stuff, so I can put that in then. But right now I'm gonna swing by preschool and grab my daughter. All right, it is actually Sunday morning. This week started off so strong, but got very derailed by a sick kid and then the most unnecessary snow day. But it's Sunday, I am resetting, we're getting ready for a new week, and next week we're actually on vacation for most of the week. So I've just got a big long to-do list of things that I need to get done before we go away. And then, we're actually gonna be gone for most of the week. So we literally got 0 snow. It didn't even flurry, and we had no school. So that is a thing that happened. We actually didn't end up getting takeout. My husband had like a really big potluck at lunch, and I had eaten lunch kind of later, so we just weren't very hungry. So we just ate leftovers. And then on Friday, my husband had made a brisket for the potluck, which was, I thought, very, very kind of him because it involves overnight cooking. So he made a brisket, and so we had brisket tacos for dinner. And then Saturday, I took my daughter and one of her friends out for dinner, and then she slept at her friend's house. So I took the girls out for dinner, and then they went back and then drove them back to the other little girl's house, and they had a little sleepover. Super fun. They're so excited to be like old enough to doing sleepovers now. So anyway, it was very good. So we had a good week for the most part. Like I said, I wish I had gotten a little bit more work done, but I'm not behind or anything, just because we're going away. So now I just need to really make sure I hustle Monday and Tuesday. Okay, I didn't get to go to spin class either because of the snow day. That's actually super unfortunate because I didn't think that there was going to be a snow day, and I didn't cancel it until like right before, and then you get charged for that, which is just very, very unfortunate. But what I did do is take the kids out for breakfast. Again, it was like, they said the night before, they said there was going to be a delay. So I was like, okay, that'll be fine. And then they canceled school, like, I don't know, about an hour before when the kids would usually leave for school. They had already said like a 2-hour delay before that. But at that point, it wasn't snowing at all. It wasn't even raining. Then it sort of started raining. I guess it was like a little bit icy out, but like honestly, just really not that bad at all. Okay. And then they, of course, I'm sure they got like a million complaints because then the next day there was just like an email being like, we're doing the best we can with the information we have, which like I totally understand, but yeah, definitely not. We went out to breakfast at a place in the neighborhood and there, I swear there was 5 other families from our elementary school there with their kids having breakfast too. So that was that. And then actually after that, the kids were actually so good though. Just really like all day. They were just excellent. And actually, so after that, I just have all these ones over here. We can do this. Okay. I'm gonna use this one. All right. We went to a Home Goods because there's not one super close to us, but they were in a good mood and stuff. So we went to Home Goods and then I actually got a delivery from Wayfair also. And I built a little end table, which it was like a very easy one. Pretty decent with that stuff anyways. And yeah, so that was kind of our Thursday, just a kind of quiet day. Okay, then Friday. Now, this is a day. Sometimes when things get disrupted like that, how it was, I have like a really hard time getting back on track. And that is definitely something that I should work on, but which is basically what happened on Friday because I had just like so many disruptions with the garage breaking and then although that's like fixed, so we were able to get it fixed pretty quickly. It just did kind of disrupt my work days a little bit. Not that it was like a big deal, but anyway, so we had the garage and then the snow day and everything. And I just, yeah, I like had a little bit of a hard time getting back on track. And then on Friday I had a PTA meeting. So I was like, I got a very late start for doing work because the PTA meeting was in the morning. And then I just, yeah. And my best work time is always in the morning, but I did get a good deal done as much as I could. So that is good. I didn't end up like walking or anything, which I probably would have been able to do if I didn't have that meeting, but it's fine. I can actually repurpose this bag again. So my daughter had a sleepover. We went to the mall and out to lunch. We also watched Severance, which is a show on Apple TV. It's the reason we have our free trial of Apple TV activated right now. I don't watch a lot of TV, but this is literally like the only show we're watching right now. It is very good though. But yeah, I mean, that's like kind of it. I think I might add, I kind of wish I had done it lower. Maybe I will just actually move it lower. Actually, maybe higher is better. I did also do like a bunch of admin stuff, which I've also been doing today. So the kids had Hebrew school. My husband picked my daughter up from the sleepover and dropped her right at Hebrew school with my son. And then he did the groceries and we did we're working on the rest of our Sunday resets. Groceries are done. It was pretty modified, like easy because we don't need a lot of groceries since we're going on vacation. I'm actually going to use one of these down here and I'm going to use it as like a full box though. So it is the Super Bowl tonight. If you don't know, we're in Philadelphia area. Born in Philly, raised in Philly. I've lived most of my life in Philly except for, we do have some years where we were elsewhere, but we are hanging out and watching the Eagles tonight. So hopefully by the time you see this, I'm celebrating. All right, so that is mostly that, but like the other thing I'm doing, like I'm in the middle of laundry, I'm in the middle of all this other stuff, but I'm in the middle of all this other like admin stuff, but actually both our kids have like these school projects and I actually need to print some stuff for that. So we're gonna work on that today. 2 out of 3 of the kids, not the preschooler, but the other 2 kids have like all this school project stuff. So we're gonna try and tackle that before tonight. And then I'm also just trying to have what I'm doing right now. It's just like planner time and get organized. So that is all the planning stuff. So let me just finish by decorating this out a little bit more so that we don't have so many blank spaces. Add in a few last to-dos for the day. Just put them over there. And that is kind of it for this week. Let's just really quickly check in with my weekly actions. I only did 1, did okay on the other routines. I'll get 2 journaling this week. I did not do the birthday, and that's gonna have to just wait. Well, I kind of did like a little bit, but not really enough. Okay, we're good there. Project work has been doing good. This, I kind of half did this one, and this stuff's all done. So all in all, I got like most of the things done. I wish I'd had just like a little bit more time to devote to like the work project to kind of get ahead a little bit, but overall I'm in pretty good shape. Again, overall a pretty decent week, some setbacks. Wish I had bounced back just a little bit faster, but still got a lot done. So that's really all I can ask for. Next week is vacation, so I'm very excited for that. Just need to make sure I get all of the things done before we go on vacation. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and you can also check me out on Instagram and TikTok at MyCraftyPlans, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye!